Welcome, everybody, to We're Back, whichever one it is for you, episode 38 of the Rogue Hunters podcast. I am joined this week with the same three men, that being Brian.
Hello.
And the Waves.
Me.
Yeah, he's the Waves. Just remember that. We've got some good topics this week. We've got Gamescom, Fallout modders, and Dr.Disrespect yet again, but something different this week. Links to all the articles will be down in the description below so you can follow along with everything that we're talking about. Also, down in the description below are links to all of our social medias, so if you want to go follow us on any of those, we would greatly appreciate it. And if there's any topics that you do want us to discuss, you can add us on Twitter. You can add either one of us or the Rogue Hunters Twitter, whatever works for you. You can do that. Before we get into the podcast, a little announcement that we're going to make. Starting mid-September, we are going to switch the recording and uploading dates for the podcast. We're going to be recording on Sunday evenings now instead of midweek, and we will be uploading the podcast. We're going to shoot for Wednesday morning Eastern. It depends how my computer has been exporting them a lot faster now that I'm not doing like the fancy bars, so maybe we can get a different graphic or something in the background, but we'll be recording Sunday nights and hopefully uploading Wednesday mornings starting mid-September.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. We talked about it because we started the podcast like a while back, but Waves was still in school. I was working from home, and Brian had you were working kind of in the morning, more or less. So it worked for us to do it at... Yeah, Brian's shifts get switched around sometimes, so it just worked for us to do it at night then, but now it's going to be on the weekend. I think the weekend is going to work better for us anyway because we'll all be free. We don't have to stay up till 4 a.m. and it'll just be better all around. So,
Yay.
Yeah.
If you want to get your topics in, just remember it's going to be like end of the weekend. So also, we didn't forget about it, but we reached 100 subs a while back. We said we were going to do Killzone Shadowfall on stream. We'll get around to it. We promise. There's just a lot of other server shutdown stuff happening.
Yeah, Need for Speed and Max Payne took priority, people. Sorry.
Yeah, but trust me, we will get around to it. It's definitely going to be something we get around to. Hopefully New Year, maybe. I don't know.
And when we do it, we'll be on Snickle's Twitch channel, so go subscribe.
Yeah, we shall be over there. So, with all of that shameless stuff and the little update out of the way, let's talk about the good old reliable topics that we always talk about week in and week out. What games have we been playing? Do you want to start us off, Brian?
Hell yeah.
Nice.
First of all, I hate Best Buy because they never get me my pre-order game on time.
Yeah, you're never having a good time with Best Buy.
No. I'm done using them because I was supposed to get Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut on Friday. They shipped it Thursday. I'm like, oh, cool, I'm going to get it on time. Friday comes, it's 11 o'clock at night. It's still in Ohio. They're like, oh, you're going to get it Thursday. It got here today.
Yeah, I know you don't like them, Brian, but Amazon be getting that shit there day one.
You know what? I got my Hades there day one, so I might be going back to Amazon. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, they never disappoint. I think I've gotten maybe one game out of the hundreds that I've bought from them not day one, and it was literally like a day after or something. So
yeah, so I think Amazon's going to be where it goes. But I got overzealous, so I just bought the DLC for Ghost of Tsushima, and I played Iki Island? I don't know how to fucking pronounce it.
Iki Island? Yeah.
I beat the island. I beat the DLC. I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
There's a lot of little Easter eggs, just like art that's on the walls throughout like the game. I found Infamous, God of War, Sly Cooper, and it's like their own Japanese feel and all that to it too. They like to put their own little spin on it.
Nice.
And then I've been grinding out Dirt 5. I would have had the platinum before the stream, but power went out. So I'm 104 miles away from my platinum in Dirt 5.
Dang. Close. Getting there.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty dank, as the kids say.
Oh, damn. You're hip to the terms.
I'm really, like... I don't want to say I'm jealous, because, like, I could do it, but, like, I'm really looking forward to playing that Iki Island for Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, and I played last week after the podcast, I played the Watch Dogs Legion DLC. And the DLC is better than the base game.
Well, seems to be how it always is with Watch
Well,
Dogs.
when you play as...
It wasn't a very high standard.
Yeah, but you get to play as Pierce. So, or that was the name of his first guy from Watch Dogs 1, right? Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden Pierce.
Yeah, you get to play as him, and Wrench is in there from Watch Dogs 2.
Wasn't...
What about the main guy? What was his name again?
Marcus? No, I haven't seen him yet.
Man,
I haven't got fully through the DLC story yet.
Why is it always like that with Watch Dogs? Like, you guys played Watch Dogs 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you guys play the Bad Blood DLC?
Yes.
I did not.
Dude, the Bad Blood DLC is, like, better than, like, the base game. Just, like, features that they give you. Which I guess makes sense, right? Like, as the game is out there, there's more time for creativity, but, like... I don't know. I don't know why they...
It makes sense. It makes more sense with, like, Watch Dogs 2 Watch Dogs 1 since it's, like, the first game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they're still figuring out the DNA of the game or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
And Watch Dogs 2, I just remember a bunch of the DLC being, like, multiplayer shit.
There was but... Watch Dogs 2 as a game, like... I think out of the 3 games, Watch Dogs 2 is, like, the best one. Personally.
Yeah.
And then Ghost of Tsushima was added to the list for PS5, which will be the first game ever that I will double up on.
Yeah, I saw that. You tweeted that. You know how you tweet out your list or whatever. I saw that and I was like, oh, it's strange he's playing like the PS5 version, not finishing up the DLC first and the PS4
I sat there and I'm like, oh crap, I loaded in the wrong one on my PS5. So I just loaded in the PS4 version after, downloaded that, then I went back and started working on the PS4 version. So I'm like, oh no, I'm going to finish the PS4 version first, don't worry.
I was about to play the DLC, but I guess like my New Game Plus save didn't upload to the cloud, and I thought it was up on the cloud, but it was still on my storage.
Mm-hmm.
And I downloaded my old save that I had on the PS4 on the cloud.
Okay.
And so then I have to basically get back to like the second act again. So I was like, no, I'm good.
Like, I was on my New Game Plus, and I was sitting there like, crap, I gotta get to the second act before I can play the DLC. So I hurried up and load up. I had all my saves still in there, saved up. I'm like, oh, cool, I just backtracked and loaded in one of my old saves.
Yeah, all my saves, like, from when I finished the game, or past Act 2, they're gone now, so...
Oh.
So I just have to play through it again, and I'm like, I'll save this for later.
Like, it was, it was a decent DLC, and it really did add to the story, like, more of a backstory for Jin. But that's all I'm going to tell you, but...
Yeah, I'm sure it's good.
I can't wait for you both to play it.
Sucker Punch hasn't necessarily made anything bad before, so...
No. But that's all I've been playing.
So is there an option when you play the PS5 version to not have to load your save up?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just don't transfer your save in.
Yeah,
okay.
You just don't transfer it.
Okay, good, because I do want to play that game twice. Well, I guess it's going to technically be 4 times, because I'm going to have to do the New Game Plus, but...
Like I said before, I'm not going to do the autosave, make an auto pop or anything, but I'll probably do like all the base game and all the DLC. I'm not sure about the online yet. Yeah,
I'm looking at the Legends mode, like trophy rarity on PSMP for the PS5 version.
It's not out yet, so...
Well, like
the new stuff.
Yeah, the new stuff isn't, but if you look at the Legends mode stuff, it's pretty like not rare, I guess you would say. So I don't know if, I mean, it's a good question to see if it's like server related or when you transfer your save. I would assume it's server related. They don't really save multiplayer stats on consoles anymore, so
right.
I'm just more tilted about what the hell is the trophy like tile thing? They literally took like the aspect ratio of the PS4 one and put it on the PS5 and then put like transparent borders on it. Like y'all couldn't zoom that shit in just a little bit to not have those shitter borders around it. But minor gripe there. It's just messing with my OCD, I guess you would say.
Yeah, no, it's stupid.
In worst case scenario, if we gotta do the raid again, I don't care. We'll do the raid again.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the new multiplayer stuff to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then I'll do the PS5 version. So like that, if it does pop, it'll just pop.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with Waves there. I'll probably whenever I finish up these games that are going down, I'll probably do the Ghost of Tsushima DLC and then the new Valhalla DLC. But I probably won't play the PS5 version until I'm like fully done the PS4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do as well. I'll play through the PS5. I'll play the whole game and all the DLC. But if I can auto pop the online stuff, especially the raid and all that, then yeah.
Well, it's not even the fact of like if you can; it's the fact of like if you don't have a choice. Like that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because like we all have always said like, oh, we're not gonna pop. We don't pop trophies around here. But then like, I have a few games on my list that are like not the full game is pop, but like some of it is because like it is only online, like Drawn to Death and Deformers. Okay. Like those are games that are like fully online. So like there was no option like. The second I loaded the other version of the game up, it starts popping trophies other than like a few. So
yeah, for me it's I have Destiny 2. I played it first on PC and then I was gonna do something with Snickle on it, so then I brought over my character and it popped a bunch of trophies.
I think we were doing like the one DLC or something. I forget what it was. I would love to go back and play Destiny 2 on the PS5, but like it's gonna auto pop the whole fucking thing. You're not gonna have an option.
Yeah, and then that one you don't even have a choice. Because at least like, I guess like when I migrated like my account, I had a choice, but with like the PS5 version, you just bring over your PS4 character without even being asked. So
yeah, it's kind of annoying because I wouldn't mind playing that game over again. Like I really do. I'm sad that Destiny has like died. But, I mean, games as a service as a whole have kind of died. Kind of.
I don't think Destiny 2 has died. It's just, like, it's not as popular as it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I miss the good old... I mean, I think we always talk about it. I miss the good old days of vanilla D1.
Yeah.
Those were the fucking days, man. But
see, I never got into Destiny, so I can't join you on this nostalgia trip.
Vanilla D1 was crazy because you'd have like a guy who's just fucking awful, like in a Crucible match, and then he'd end up getting Galahorn, even though he's at the bottom.
Literally, some guy that goes like 1 and like 25 or something, and then he gets like the best gun in the game, and then you got people who are like god tier at the top, just like I fucking hate that guy, like he doesn't deserve that. And it's like, well, he kind of does, because now he can actually raid, and people won't like kick him out because. That's what people used to do. Like, you would go on I don't know if you did it, Waves, but like, you used to go on like the actual like official Destiny forums to find people.
Yeah.
And like, they would always say that. They'd be like, oh, we're doing a whatever raid hard difficulty, like must have like Icebreaker or Galahorn. Like you had to have like must have raid weapons or something. And you're like, you feel bad for the guy that like doesn't like no one plays with him and he can't get shit because no one plays with him, and like now he can't do anything in the game because people are like, loser, you don't have the Galahorn. But like it's a completely RNG based game. Like you could play that game for 5,000 hours and not get the Galahorn. Like
damn.
And then they made the Galahorn all shit. So
yeah, I got this. My little sidetrack here. My experience with the Galahorn, I didn't have it for like a while. And then out of my group of friends that I was playing with, I was one of the first ones to get it dropped from something because I was literally on that game every fucking reset at like 2 a.m. every Tuesday or whatever, doing like all my nightfalls. We would have someone like in the raid at the exotic chest so that like you could join after the reset. Did you ever hear about that, Cheese Waves?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would do that every single week and just get like at least the exotic chest every single like at reset every single week just to try to get the Galahorn. And like I got it and then no one else got it. And then like I literally I kept getting it. I couldn't like stop getting it. I literally like kept getting it every single drop. And I was like, thank you for giving it to me like 50 times, but like I don't need it anymore. I have a maxed out Galahorn on all 3 of my characters. Like I don't even have to transfer this shit. Like I have one on every character now. Like I don't need this anymore. Like I want something else. Give me like I kept saying like give me like there was other guns that I couldn't get or something, or like I wasn't even maxed out in vanilla D1 because like I couldn't get like a set of like arms or something for my warlock. Like it was really fucking stupid. I couldn't get the icebreaker for like the longest time. But don't worry, I could get like 20 Galahorns if I needed them. So but vanilla
really, that's all you need. Yeah.
That is true, but vanilla D1 was another experience. I wish you could. I mean, we could always go back and help Brian get the D1 plaid. I wouldn't mind going back to that game. I truly like that game like so fucking much. So
I mean, I still need the plaid also.
Hey, look. We get 3 more people. We got a raid team. I mean, with the 3 of us, we can do strikes. 3 more, you get a raid team together. You don't really have to raid that much in that game. I guess you do. You have to beat the... What do you have to do in that one for, like, raid? I know funny? You have to do the flawless, but...
You know what's funny? I got that flawless one. Not the one where you play as in a party together or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, the one where it's just finish it without a party, without dying.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever it was. I got that one because I think what was the last expansion for that game?
Rise of Iron.
Yeah, when Rise of Iron came out, I went back to the that Reef Horde mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went back to that and I did the final one
flawless
by myself and I did it without dying.
Dude, flawless raider, like if we had a group of competent people together, I could easily like get flawless raider for anyone because we would just do the Crota raid and you could get it in like 20 minutes.
Oh no, I lie. The one I'm talking about is just raider because I didn't do any raid for like the longest time.
Wait, what's the raider one?
Just complete a raid.
Oh, that counts for that? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Damn, interesting. Yeah, like flawless raider by far, like as long as we had honestly we could probably do it with I'm trying to think. We might be able to do it with 3 people. The Crota raid is like dirt easy. It's just the only thing that sucks about the Destiny games is they definitely take time because you have to fully upgrade every single subclass, and the Rise of Iron DLC is kind of shit because you have to get you have to activate all the artifacts, which means I think you have to like log on every single week and like do certain shit, and then the artifact is there for you to buy. So it takes like a certain amount of weeks because you have to log on every single week to buy it. And then you got to do some quests, but like they're not awful. I think Waves and I hopped on it a while back and did we were doing the Taken King DLC because I remember we were doing the what is that shit called, Waves? Not the trial stuff, but remember you like can summon things?
Which one again?
Isn't it the Taken King? It's like when you can like you put your rune in and you can summon things.
Oh yeah,
or is that D2 am I thinking of?
That was D1. It was inside the Crota's ship. Not Crota's ship, Oryx's ship.
Yeah, Oryx's stuff. Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about. I just don't remember the name of it. You put like the runes in and then other stuff would pop out.
Yeah.
Like enemies would pop out.
Yeah. Man, good old D1. The Vex Mythoclast. Fucking Hawk Moon. Good ass times. Sorry, I'm on a nostalgic trip. You can stop me whenever.
When it's not Destiny, when it's not Assassin's Creed, it's Destiny.
Sadly. Well, is that all you've been playing, Brian?
Yes.
Nice. All right. Well, what about you, Waves? I'm actually intrigued to hear what Waves has been playing because I've been following him a little bit this week.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been doing some things. Let's just say that.
He's making us look bad.
I know. What the hell? Slow down, Waves. The hell?
I've been wacky, this month.
Oh my god.
What you mean wacky? I'm about to call you Mr. Yakuza.
Right?
Yeah, you got.
Matter of fact, no, not Mr. You got Dr. Yakuza over here.
Ooh. That's his new gamer tag.
So what was it? Like 2 weeks ago, I got the Judgment Plat, and then I was just talking to one of my friends, and every there was like a joke that we had every year. I would say that I would get like the Yakuza 0 Plat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Because I would always say it, and then I just never did. And then once I finished the Judgment Plat, I was like once you understand like mahjong, the shit is not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I stopped Yakuza 0 last time, I had like 90% of the completion list done. So I was like, fuck it, let me go. And then I finished that up, which I think the hardest thing in that game was a pool.
Really?
Yeah, in my opinion. And then I finished the climax battles, which, first of all, I'm like disappointed by the climax battles, and I'm disappointed by the legend difficulty, because a lot of people were like hyping up the difficulty of these. The climax battles, there was only one. Climax battles are kind of like challenge rooms or whatever that you can do. The climax battles, there was only really one that like I was stuck on for a little while. All the other ones were stupid easy. And then for legend mode, I like was reading stuff and people were like, "Oh, should I unlock legend stance?" Which is like, it's like the style you get for, it's like one of the strongest. It's like the strongest style you get in Yakuza 0, but you have to do this entire real estate minigame to unlock it.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, "Oh yeah, you totally should. It makes the game so much easier." And I was like doing it, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So then I just beat the game without it, and then I also didn't upgrade a lot, so like it wasn't that hard. I think out of all the times I died, so like the thing about legend difficulty is enemies obviously hit harder, and you take more damage, and the big thing is when you die, you go to your last save.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say throughout my entire playthrough, I only died twice.
Dang.
And that's because I was being stupid.
Damn.
So I don't know if I'm just a god gamer or something, but it was definitely overblown.
Waves out here flexing on us.
I'm proud of you, Waves.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's a good plat, Waves. Waves out here killing
That's a
it.
big one. So I got that plat yesterday in the morning.
Nice.
And now I'm working on Kiwami, Yakuza Kiwami, which I'm pretty sure will be easier, but it's just more rare because it was a PS Plus game.
Mm-hmm.
So, because the legend difficulty just is easier in general.
What's the rarity on that? 3?
So for Kiwami, it's at 3.07, and then for 0, it's at 4.13.
It's not bad.
Yeah. But I think Kiwami's only rare because it was a PS Plus game. But yeah. I'm on this like Yakuza grind, and I'm gonna keep going. Once I finish Kiwami, I'm gonna do Kiwami 2, which is supposed to be easier. It's like supposed to be stupid easy.
Yeah, I remember hearing Kiwami and Kiwami 2 were supposed to be like easier.
Well, Kiwami 1, I wouldn't say is like easy. I wouldn't say any of them are really hard, though. I think most of them are more time consuming than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think when I finished 0, I was like at about 160 hours. And then for in Judgment, I want to say I was like about 160 hours also. So they're just time consuming, but I wouldn't really say they're hard. Oh yeah, I was gonna say this. I don't get. You know how the PS5 has like the time tracker on it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like for Yakuza 0, it says I have 82 total play hours, but on the game it said I had 162.
I wonder if it counts like, do you sit in the menu or something?
I guess it must count that. I won't count that, but I don't know.
Wait, you have more on the PS5 or you have less?
I have more in the in-game. I have less on the PS5.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, that is really weird.
And then like for
I'll go by the game.
I mean, for Kiwami, I'm sitting like at 75 hours.
Okay.
Right now, and let me see. And then, yeah, on Kiwami on the PS5, I have more hours than I have played. It has total play hours of 83 hours. But on Kiwami, it says I only have 75, so...
That's very strange.
But yeah, I'm on this Yakuza grind, and I'm probably going to keep going until I get burnt out. I think the thing that's keeping me going is I keep watching all the Lost Judgment trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Which is supposed to come out next month. And I'm just excited to play it.
Well, fucking good job, Waves. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, Waves.
Thanks, my guys.
Making that good progress, Waves. That's what I like to see.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Like I said earlier, I was going to play Ghost of Tsushima. But, I didn't have me save, so I was like, fuck it. I don't want to play this right now.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Right?
No, that's about it. I've just
Okay.
0 in Kiwami.
Nice. Nice.
Hey, can't beat it.
What about you, Snickle? What have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Mhm.
I want to say not too much, but it doesn't look like too much, but it is actually like a decent amount. So basically all I've been playing is Shift 2.
Okay.
It's literally the only thing I've been playing. So what I had to do last week, or what I was working on was I was working on going through the single player, quote unquote, so like the career mode, and I was doing same mistake I made with Shift 1. I was going through and I was playing every single event in the game. Because you would think you have a career mode, you have to do that, right? Especially in a racing game. Well, it turns out you don't have to. So basically, the only trophy that's really tied to the career mode when it comes down to it, there are a few, but the main one is beating every rival in the game.
Okay.
So the way you unlock the way to beat rivals is you have to get a podium placement on like a certain amount of events in a certain tournament, right? So like, let's say you're gonna play this rival, you're gonna race this rival. Well, in order to unlock that rival, all you have to do is get 5 podium placements in that tournament, and there may be 8 total tournaments that you can race in. So you can pick 5 of the shortest, and then you have access to the rival, and then you would race the rival. Well, I wasn't really doing that for a majority of the game, so it kind of sucked. So by the time I got to like the endurance event, I was like, I'm not doing every fucking endurance event. Like those races take like 40 minutes if I'm lucky. Like I'm not doing that, for 5 hours, because that's what it ended up taking to get through the endurance events to get to the endurance rival was like 4 or 5 hours of playing. And there was a rival for the endurance series, which sucked. So I ended up, when I got to the endurance series, I ended up figuring out that I didn't have to do every single race. So I ended up beating the campaign, quote unquote campaign, which was beating all the rivals. And then after that, I had to get into something that people probably hate the most in the game, which was mastering every track at day and night.
Yeah.
I finished the night tracks last night, and then I logged on today after work, and I finished the day tracks. I basically mastered every single track except this stupid ass track called BRNO, which I think I was telling you guys about. I call it Bruno, but I don't think that's actually what it is. But there's 2 turns on that track that, like, regardless of which way you go, like, if you're following the racing line, they don't fucking work. Like, they're stupid. So, I did some research. People were saying to use like a certain car that was stock. So literally use that car, and the first time I did it, I got one of the turns mastered, and the second time I did it, I mastered the other turn. So like, cool. So I ended up getting the day and night mastery trophies. So the only 2 trophies I have left in the game, which are somewhat tied to each other, are to earn $10 million total during my career, which I'm at about 6 million, and the other one being to have at least 1 car from each manufacturer in my garage, which I only need to buy. I only need to buy 1 more car, but I'm not sure if it counts DLC cars, because I have a lot of DLC cars. So we'll find out if they count when I buy this last car. If not, then I got to buy a few more cars than I'm thinking. But yeah, there's literally my last 2 trophies, $10 million and buying all the cars, and then I'll be done with the shift games. Well, I'll be done with the Need for Speed games on the PS3.
How many days do you think it would take you, or do you think you'll have it by the next stream?
Oh, I should have it by like tomorrow night, because I'm going to I started to do some research into the 10 million, and people are saying you can like exploit a tournament with it. So I'm gonna try to do that and see what I can get. But yeah, like I said, I'm at about $6 million, and you earn when you do the tournament. There's a tournament that has 10 races, and basically what you do is when you beat the last race, you restart it, and when you restart it, it's supposed to count the tournament winnings that you get when you do it. So a regular winning is like $30,000 or something, and then you're supposed to get like an additional like 100,000 for winning the tournament. So I have to do the 9 races up to the last one, and I'll earn like 30,000 for each of those 9, which is like 270,000. And then when I get to the last one, I'll earn 30,000 for that one, along with another 100,000, and then I restart just the last race, and it's supposed to just basically let me keep like earning 100,000. I don't know if that works. I've just been reading it online, and people say it works that way, but you know, time will tell if it actually does.
Well, hopefully it does work for you.
Yeah, so
hopefully it does.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do like I'm gonna do some testing tomorrow and find out, and then I hope to be done by tomorrow night, because like I'm at 6 million, so I don't think it'll take too much longer for me to do all of them. And even if I have to play all the way back through the tournament, it's like each race takes like 5 or 6 minutes, and there's 10 races, so it's like with load times, it's probably a little bit over an hour to do the whole tournament, and then you would earn like 300K with another. You'd earn like 400K, so it'd be like 400K an hour-ish. So I'd have to do that. I guess that would take a decent amount of time. I don't know. I'm gonna do some testing tomorrow, and then hopefully I'll be done by tomorrow night. That's the goal.
Well,
but
good luck to that.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a lot. It is a lot, but like at the end of the day, I'm going to end up getting a 1.1% platinum, which will be sub 1% in the next like year or two. So, you know,
like idiots who put the game on their list and don't know.
Yeah. Like public service announcement, PSA, like this is what you have to do if you want to get like a 1% platinum. Typically, you got to go through some fucking dumbass bullshit. So, It is what it is. And then I'll be putting myself right into some more dumbass bullshit because I'm going to get started on Max Payne 3 like directly after. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
When is GTA 5 going to happen?
GTA 5 is going to be after Max Payne 3. What I'll probably do is I'm going to fully finish up the Max Payne 3 multiplayer, like as a whole. So I'm going to, maybe we can log on one night, do the M4 kills, and the, we'll do the Dead Man Walking one night, and then, I'll probably end up, I don't know if I'll like self-boost the XP. I'll probably do some with cats, or like even you guys, like you and us can do it at one point, maybe, if like one of you guys are free. And then get the level 50, and then after that is the challenge mode, but I think you have to play through the game to unlock the challenge mode, so I'm basically gonna have to like run through the game on like medium difficulty or something to like just so I can unlock the challenge mode.
Just go on to 3 easy or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna like blast through it. Like I probably won't even like collect anything or do anything. I'll literally just like play as fast as I can through it, just to unlock it, and then I can, because I want to get, I'm definitely getting all the multiplayer done. My intent was to get the platinum done before then, but like considering how long Shift 2 is taking me, I don't think I'll be able to get Max Payne 3 done like fully platinum wise by the 16th of September, because that's like 3 weeks or something, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. So if I get done Shift 2 by tomorrow night, that gives me 3 weeks for Max. I basically did Shift 2 in 3-ish weeks, I think, because I started on the 4th. If I remember correctly, like actually started. Let me double check. I did the DLC first. It was like the 5th or the 6th. I think I started. So that was like 1, 2. It's like yeah, like 3 weeks ago. So, and again, I wasn't being as efficient as possible, so you know, kind of is what it is, but yeah, I got that, and then Max Payne 3, and then like Wave said, I'll be doing GTA 5 at some point, which I don't know if I talked about this on last week's podcast, but I'm actually really looking forward to playing GTA 5 because I have not played a Grand Theft Auto game in like 4 or 5 years or something like that, I think is what I said. So
they haven't put out a Grand Theft Auto in like 10 years. So.
Well, yeah, I know, but like I haven't played like the last Grand Theft Auto I played was San Andreas, which was September 11th, 2016. So yeah, it's been like going on 5 years. I haven't played a Grand Theft Auto game, like any sort of Grand Theft Auto game. So yeah, I'm gonna be going. I'm excited to go back and play GTA 5 and get it done.
Good times.
But
at least you're finally getting these Need for Speed games done. I remember talking about doing it for so long now.
Bro, you don't... I know, like, I streamed the other night and Waves was like, can you please just finish these? Like, that's literally been my thought for, like, the past, like, fucking week or two. Like,
Waves says that every stream now.
I know he does, but, like, that's literally been my thought, like, for the past, like, week or two, because, like, this is why I didn't want to play Shift and Shift 2 back-to-back, because, like, they're basically the same fucking game, and like you can only do so much with simulation games. Like, at least if you're playing like an open world game or like The Run or something, like you're dealing with different maps and stuff. Like Shift and Shift 2 are like the same fucking game when it comes to like you're gonna race on the same maps. Like the physics in Shift 2 are definitely better than Shift 1, but like other than that,
I feel like you're paying because that's how Dirt 5 is. Like I've been on the same track like over 100 and something times.
Yeah, and like that's how it is with like any simulation game. Like the Nürburgring is the Nürburgring. Like regardless of if I play it on Shift, GT5, Project Cars 3, like whatever I play it on, it's the same track. Like, so it's gonna be the same. Yeah, it might be tweaked here and there. It might be a little more detailed in one game over the other game, but like it's regardless, it's the same track. Like, so.
Yeah, and you can't when you're streaming it, you can't really like talk to the chat because you're focusing.
Yeah, that's why I really hate streaming racing games for that reason. But like, I've literally been playing racing games since like whatever the middle of July, maybe.
Yeah,
like month and a half of just straight Need for Speed has just like
killed your brain cells.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's
It's
right.
cooked your brain.
You get done with this, then you get to play some shooting game, and then you'll be good.
Then I get to play some Madman game where I can do whatever the fuck I want to.
And then later on, October maybe, we'll do some baseball.
Yeah.
You're gonna do that New York Minute.
Yeah, that's gonna drive me crazy, but at least I'll be playing like a fun game.
Right.
I just the racing games have been driving me crazy. It's not that I don't like them. I enjoy playing them, but like I feel like I just never make progress in them. Like that's what it comes down to. Like at least when you're playing like a single player game, like you can say like, oh, I beat like a few, like you probably know what I'm talking about, Brian, with the miles. Like you feel like you make no progress ever. Like it's the most like it's the stupidest feeling.
After every chapter, I've seen how many miles I had left, and finally, like last night, I got done with the campaign. I'm like, all right, all I got left is my miles. I had like 350 miles left.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked up a way. There's a way you could do it on the playground where you just like rubber band your controller and your car will go straight for, or around the corner for like an hour.
Yeah.
But at first, it wasn't letting me search it, and I'm like, man, why won't it let me? Like, it'll search it. Like if I put in the word miles, you know, and so many maps were coming up, it was kicking me out. Like, oh yeah, it's not connecting. So I had to find. So I was like, but the other playgrounds are allowing me in. So I actually had to like put in like different keywords so the search list would come up shorter, so I could get on the playground I needed for it.
Yeah, yeah. I've dealt with that same thing, Brian. I'm actually looking it up right now, but because I should really go back and do it while I'm not using my PS4 at the moment. But I dealt with the same bullshit in CarX Drift Racing. Not for like miles, but just for like gaining XP to level up. Like just literally driving around drifting around in a circle.
Yeah, so right now the plan for me is finish Dirt 5 tomorrow and then continue on my Max Payne journey.
The maximum pain journey. I wanted to, the first time I played through Max Payne 3, I wanted to like I wanted to do collectible guides and everything, but like I don't think I have to do it so fast that like I don't think I'm going to.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just get I'm on chapter 3, I think. 3 or 4 on mine, so
yeah, I think it's only like time wise, I think it's only like a 10-hour play, like 10 or 15-hour playthrough.
Yeah.
For like one like story like run, so like that will take me, I mean that'll be like probably 2 or 3 nights of playing.
Yeah.
So I'm not like
worried. And I'm going for all the collectibles as I'm hunting it, so
yeah, I'll probably play it through on like whatever like easy or medium, whatever, and then once I play
I'm playing
through,
on hard.
Oh,
so.
you're going through.
Yeah, I'm playing on hard.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna play through it on easy the first time through.
Yeah,
hell no, y'all don't know how to live. Play on hard, get all the collectibles at the same time. You'll be fine.
No,
I just want to get the challenge done before the trophy.
That's why I don't want to like deal with the headache of like playing through on hard right now, and like continuously dying. I'll play through on easy, learn the levels and everything.
I've died like 3 times. That's it so far.
Learn all that shit, and then get the challenge mode unlocked, and then do the challenge mode shit, and
yeah. Plus, I'm getting all the random trophies in each level done too. That's where I'm going.
Well, gotta do that somehow, but yeah,
I'm not worried about them. If I don't get them while I'm going, I'll just get them when I go through again. Or
true, yeah. Is there a chapter select in the game? Yeah, there's chapter.
Yes, there is. I was told there is.
Nice.
Yeah, I suck at aiming with a controller, so.
PC elitist over here. That's what they always say.
We don't need this kind in our chat.
You better hook the mouse and keyboard up them ways and
right.
I'm about to.
I will say the one thing about Shift 2 before we move on, the one thing that I really wish the game did, which is fucking stupid. Like I don't know why they can't, because it's dumb. But like when you go into your autolog profile, you can go and see like your badges. And they basically give you badges for like beating all the rivals. They give you badges for mastering all the tracks. I forget what, there's another like group of badges. I don't know what it is. I never go to it. I could care fucking less. It would be nice if you went to the badge and then in like the corner or like when you selected the badge, it would tell you like you've earned 10 of the 20 available, because like on the rivals one, it's easy because there's only like 15 or something. But on the track one, there's like hundreds of them. And like, I literally had to go through one by one. And like when I messaged you guys on Discord like yesterday and I was like, hey, I only have 25 left, I literally was looking like a dumbass going through counting one by one with my finger.
Did you have to bring out the toes?
Well, yeah, I had to bring the toes out because I had to go to 25. So I had to bring the fingers, the toes, and then I had to like then kind of like start all over. It was kind of complicated, but like, yeah, I got
bring out some arm hair, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Had to count my ears and my eyes and my nose to get to 25. So, you know, it is what it is, but that would just be one little convenience. I don't know why the hell they can't, why they couldn't just fucking have a counter. Oh, another side note that I want to make with this game. This will be a quick one. Because it made me laugh. So, as I was playing Shift 2 the other night, typically as I do when I play through a game, I'll just like look up some history on the game just to like get some background behind it. So this is what I learned with Shift 2. Apparently there was supposed to be a Shift 3.
Oh god.
So Slightly Mad had started to make Shift 3 and EA funded it, and then EA just stopped it. Apparently there was going to be a whole like Shift franchise under Need for, like a sub franchise under Need for Speed that was going to like try to compete with like Gran Turismo and stuff. Gran Turismo and Forza. That was like their goal.
Okay.
What ended up happening is like EA canceled it, and then you guys probably know, obviously, Slightly Mad then went to make Project Cars. And they got like self-funded and everything to like make it. But before they left EA, they like pulled all their assets basically so that EA couldn't like keep them. But you want to know the funny side of this story?
Sure.
Okay. Project Cars was bought by what company?
Codemasters.
And who was Codemasters recently bought by?
EA.
Isn't that funny how life works sometimes?
It's like Respawn, how they left EA because they didn't like working there at first, so they made Infinity Ward. Then they got bought by Activision, and now Respawn is owned by EA again.
Dude, it just like, it's so funny how the world works sometimes. Like, oh lord. So yeah, but Slightly Mad is now like, I guess technically owned by EA. Technicalities.
Well, I also have a history lesson for you, Snickle.
Let's hear it.
So you know LA Noire was started by the original director of The Getaway?
Was it?
Yep.
No way.
Holy shit.
That's fucking dope. Wait, were we all on a podcast together when we were talking about LA Noire one day?
No, it's just me and you that day.
Oh, you missed it, Waves. So like Brian and I had the best idea for LA Noire. Not really LA Noire, right? But we were
just
like
noir.
Yeah, just like Rockstar is actually stupid. Like they could have taken like the noir like name of LA Noire and they could have literally made like a franchise out of it with like each major city around like the US. Not even around the US, like around the world. They could have done like a Chicago noir, they could have done a New York noir, they could have done a Philadelphia noir, a Miami noir. Like they could have done like every like major city and made like their own like story there.
That's probably was the idea, but you know, Team Bondi is dead as fuck. True.
Damn, I didn't know LA Noire was originally. It was made by the people who made The Getaway, or it was
It was the director of the original Getaways. So I think Getaway 1 and 2. Then after he finished 2, he went to go work on LA Noire.
Dude, that's actually like That's dope. I love LA Noire.
That's why LA Noire was supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive at first, because he already had that like connection.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I just feel like playing that.
It's a good game, man. Rockstar's stupid. Like,
hell yeah.
They make good games, but like, they kind of stupid. Another side note: I was watching some guy play. You know how there's Pixel for GTA 5.
Yeah.
I randomly was watching a guy play. I think it's called Wild RP, which is basically like Pixel but for Red Dead 2. That shit is fucking hilarious to watch people play that.
I always forget Red Dead 2 has like a multiplayer.
Yeah, and they have like since it's on PC, they can do like that whole like pixel shit, but with Red Dead.
Yeah.
It's actually fucking hilarious, like watching people play that shit. Anyway, that is what it is. Regardless, that's what we've been playing this week.
It's only 50 minutes in.
Yeah, only.
Damn, we're good.
Let's get to our next topic here. Games we've picked up. Have you guys picked anything up?
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's hear it.
All right, y'all ready for this?
Uh-huh.
I picked up the original Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom 64, Ghost of Tsushima for the PS5, Psychonauts, and Psychonauts 2.
God damn, Brian picked every goddamn game up that came out.
Oh, and Doom 2016 because I got it for free because I bought the Doom collection. But I already own that game.
So how are you going to buy all the Doom games and not buy Quake, you know?
You want me to buy Quake? I'll buy Quake right now.
Gotta buy Quake.
Alright, so Waves, are you going to join me on the Doom train for the hard difficulty? For co-op? Or Nightmare?
Sure.
So that's a no.
I'm just like... Doom on the PS4 just sounds awful.
It'll be fun. We get drunk. It'll be funny. We'll stream it.
That's how it always is.
I did buy... So for counting not PlayStation stuff, I did buy Quake on the PC.
Okay.
And then I bought Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. That's about it.
Nice.
Nice. I did pick up a game. It was a free game, but I picked it up physically just because, you know, I had to. But I would suggest other people to because it's actually like dirt cheap right now. But Destruction All Stars.
Oh, already got it.
I picked up a physical version of it for literally $15. So.
Oh damn! You can't beat that then.
Yeah. So.
You know, apparently they're the ones making that like rumored Twisted Metal game.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because I hated when people said it, but like people were like, "Oh, Destruction All Stars is basically Twisted Metal, like the kid version of Twisted Metal," and it's like, I mean, I guess, but like not really, but like, I could see it.
It's like Twisted Metal if Twisted Metal was bad.
Yeah, true. It's like a shit Twisted Metal, you know. But yeah, that's all I picked up. I'll be getting to that one at some point on the good old PSN5.
One day.
Well, we could play that together if the servers aren't completely dead yet.
Yeah, I'm totally down. Okay, well, let's talk about server shutdowns. We got some big updates, boys and girls, if there are any of those around here. Yeah, let's go through these. So, same as always, next Tuesday. God damn, it's that already. All the Need for Speeds on the PS3 are going down, basically. So you have Need for Speed Undercover. Well, I guess I should start at square one. Doesn't have trophies, but Need for Speed Carbon should have trophies. Need for Speed Undercover, Need for Speed Shift 2, Need for Speed Shift 2 Unleashed, and Need for Speed The Runs are all going down on August 31st. On September 15th, FIFA 15 is going down. On September 16th, Max Payne 3 is going down, along with microtransactions for Grand Theft Auto 5. September 30th, PES 2020 is going down. And here we go, boys. We got some fucking bangers here. On the PS4, on November 17th, Dead by Daylight additional chapters, the Stranger Things DLC will be getting delisted and removed. So that is, it's not technically a server shutdown, but basically there's going to be a DLC delisting for Dead by Daylight. So that is the technical...
the trophies are going to be changed.
Yeah, it said trophies should be changed to generic ones. I don't know what I would... Part of me wants to do Dead by Daylight, but, like, I know it's a bitch to boost, so, like, I don't want to do it because it would be fun. It would be a fun game to, like... It would basically be, like... I feel like it would be the equivalent to Evolve. Like, it would be a bitch to boost, and it would take a while to boost, but, like, it would be fun at the end of the day because of the people we played with. But, like...
I think it's just going to be hard since it's still, like, a game that's alive.
Yeah, it's still a game that, like, everyone plays. But, like, Evolve, you could at least, like, make private, like, sessions and stuff and, like, do it that way. But, regardless, so it's the additional chapters on the PS4 because it's not in the base game. And then it's also for PS5. Stranger Things DLC will be getting delisted for Dead by Daylight. Another new one to the list, December 8th, Hardware Rivals will be getting delisted. I think that game had like a... Oh, I think that thing had like an exploit or something to like level up back in the day. I don't think that's it anymore, but that game should have died. I agree with what Kat said. That game should have died years ago. Kind of did.
I completely forgot the game existed.
I think it was a plus game at one point, or it was always free. I don't fucking know. I don't even know what the game is. I don't want to go near it. So yeah, December 16th, Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS3 will be going down. February 22nd, One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, will be going down, but apparently there's no online trophies. So, but it could be affected in some way. So yeah, there's that. Okay. With that being said, let's get into what we like to call around here the meat and potatoes of the podcast. These topics. I'm gonna let Brian take away some of these because full disclosure here, Brian typically finds the topics for us to talk about. So
yeah, so if you don't like the topics,
well,
that's all on you. Oh,
blame waves.
What do you mean blame? Brian's the one who picks them, so send him bad words on Twitter.
You will get bad words back. I'm just letting y'all know.
All right, take it away, Brian. The floor is yours, as they would say.
Because I have no fucking chill. So, all right, this week we have Gamescom, actually. We had some game announcements. And release dates actually announced.
Interesting. Actually,
all right, Sickle. Destiny 2 was actually brought up.
Fuck, I wasn't thinking about that. I saw other ones, but yeah.
All right. First of all, opening night, blah blah blah. Who cares? A new Marvel game, called damn, I just had Marvel's Midnight Suns. It's a tactical RPG from 2K, coming in March 2022. It looks like another Marvel Avengers.
I was surprised to see that because it's supposed to play like XCOM.
Ew, that just made me throw up a little bit in my mouth. Why the fuck would you combine the two of those? Come on now.
It's being made by the XCOM team, so I mean, I think it's cool that like Disney's just letting anyone make a Marvel game now.
Right?
I mean, I think it's cool, just like the whole Star Wars thing, but like, no. Why would you?
I never would have thought.
I don't know if it's gonna be like XCOM, but like, don't mix like XCOM style of games with like a Marvel game like that. That should not
I don't
go
think it's
together.
gonna be like annoying like an XCOM game. I think it's just like the gameplay of it. So it's gonna be like a tactics RPG type of game.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that doesn't. I feel like that's not like mixing. That may not jive.
Right.
I thought the whole
Everybody
Marvel...
said Marvel Avengers was gonna jive, and that was fucking shit.
Well, I was just about to say that.
That's because Square Enix made it. Oh.
I thought the combination between Marvel and then like not really like a games as a service, but like being able to play with your friends was like a cool idea until I realized like I thought it would be like Destiny 2 or like Destiny where like you could drop in, drop out whenever you want to and shit, but like
no,
it wasn't really like that, but there was also like there wasn't shit to do. It was literally like the same mission over and over again. Like, what the fuck? Can we have like some sort of endgame content here other than like these hives that are literally like survival maps that are fucking boring? They're the same thing over and over again.
And over.
And over. And over until you do it 50 goddamn times and then you're finally done.
100 hours later, you're finally done with the game.
Yeah, it was a good idea, poor execution.
Just executed poorly.
Yeah.
Saints Row is actually getting a reboot.
I saw this today.
Yeah, when I saw the game, because I watched the opening night live when it was streaming.
Okay.
When I saw it, I actually thought it was I thought it was like a new Watch Dogs. I was like,
right,
really, a new Watch Dogs? And then I saw that girl that's like in every Saints Row game. I was like, oh, this is Saints Row. It doesn't like look as wacky as like a normal Saints Row game.
Right. Well, it didn't really get wacky until like what, 3? I would say.
No, 3 was pretty normal.
Okay.
4 was when it got wacky because 4 they started adding like superpowers in. That's when you could start.
4. I like that one. I like.
I'm not even talking about that. So I was just talking about like the giant dildo and shit from like 3.
Well, yeah, that was
giant
like,
dildo.
That was 3. Like 3, that was the only thing in 3 that was like weird. But like 3 in and of itself was like gameplay and like from a Saints Row perspective was kind of normal, right? Like it was an open world game, but to like another level. And then 4 was like when they just went like. Not saying it was a bad game, but like they went off the rails with like, now you have a superpower. Now you can fly around. Oh, by the way, let's just mention at the beginning, you're the president of the fucking United States of America. Oh, okay. Yeah, we could just, that's a little thing we could just add in there. And then Get Out of Hell was just like, it made more sense because like it wasn't like the real world, but like, yeah, I don't know.
I'd say, the Horizon Forbidden West got a release date for February 18th, 2022.
That's exciting.
Pre-orders will go live September 2nd.
That is exciting.
I don't know why they had to like announce the pre-orders going live. Like, I was just like, okay, sure.
Well, up, you know.
Well, I do want to grab me a statue if there is one.
Yeah, I guess that's good for like if there's like special editions and stuff, but
right,
like,
which there probably will
be. But like, it's just like.
I understand your point. Far Cry 6 got a new trailer. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, got a new trailer and reaffirmed its spring 2022 release window.
So I was excited for the Skywalker Saga because I was excited to play the first 6 games again. Because played the fuck out of those Lego Star Wars games back in the day. Kind of got a little let down when I heard that it was going to be the same structure as like the new Lego games where you don't really have like a hub world. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not really as excited anymore because like that I like that about those games, how there was like a hub world and like that's where you would like take you would unlock like your red brick stuff and you could like easily track like how much you've completed in like each level and like I don't know, it was just like the hub world was cool. When I heard they weren't doing that, I was like, so basically it isn't going to be the first 6 games, like our first 6 movies. It's going to be like completely, the levels will be the same, but like the way that you interact with like starting them is going to be different. So
yeah, I've kind of lost like excitement for this. I was like, but it's supposed to come out what, 2 years ago, a year ago maybe. This game was supposed to be
it didn't really have a date, but like they always had it slated as like
2021, 2020. Yeah.
They always do the release date is like December 2020, which basically means like at any point in 2020. And then obviously the big C happened, but like it just kept getting pushed back. I mean, the way I look at it is like, bro, it's a Star Wars or it's a Lego game. Like you literally have, and you have the material that you're supposed to be working from, aka the movies. They're already there, and 6 of the 9 have already been completed because you're literally just copying the levels from the first 2 games. So like, do you really have that much to do? You're creating 2 from scratch.
Isn't it all brand new stuff? It's not like it's not like a remake of the first few games.
Well, no, it's not a remake, but like, okay, they have
like
to
they're
change...
not like doing a 1-for-1 like level. It's like all new.
No, I mean,
like planets.
I would think that they are doing, the levels will be laid out the same from the first 6. I did hear that they were moving away from the no dialogue to adding dialogue, which was like for the first 6. But then people bitched about it, so I think that they said that they were still going to add that, but they were going to give you the option to go back to the old ways where they just like do animations and not talk. Like, regardless, like you have the material there. You're not creating like something from scratch, more or less. Like you have the narrative and everything to go by. So you should literally just be developing it and not like creating something from nothing.
Well, the hardest part isn't the narrative of it. That's usually the easiest part. It's always the creating the assets and everything. It's all brand new assets, so
yeah, but like they have zero.
COVID didn't help.
They have zero narrative side to it, so like they shouldn't have to go through and like that shouldn't be something that like they should. I mean, yeah, I get like the developing side takes
and then like
more time.
It's Disney also, so.
Right?
Yeah,
they're a fucking bitch to deal with anytime. So.
Yeah,
they're always the problem.
Moving on from Legos, we got they showed an extended look at Call of Duty Vanguard with Laura Bailey stopping by to introduce her character from the campaign. I didn't get to see this, but I was reading some people saying you didn't even see the name Activision in this at all.
Yeah, because of all the stuff that's happening.
Yeah, which is a smart move, I think.
Well, the one thing I heard about this Call of Duty Vanguard, not the Activision side, but there was people trying to make a big deal about it like a week ago, that they were like, oh my god, they're portraying like Nazis and stuff, and it's like, bro, it's fucking history. Like,
right?
What do you mean they're portraying? Like, if they didn't, wouldn't people be like, well, where are the not? Like, that's history. Like, you can't just erase that shit.
This supposed to take place in World War II, right?
Yeah, like you can't just erase that. Like that is, they are the reason behind World War II. Like the main reason, if not the only reason behind it. Like,
it's just weird that they'd go back to World War II because it didn't like Call of Duty World War II do badly or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, apparently it did good after it launched. It did bad because that was like they were still implementing like loot boxes hard into that game. So it really fucked them over when they did that. But I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong with a World War II game, but like they've done it so many times that I don't know like where else they can really go.
I mean, for like me personally, I'm just like, who the hell cares about Call of Duty anymore?
Right. I agree.
Like, I mean, I know like your average Joe is going to keep buying Call of Duty every year, but I'm just kind of like, for anyone who actually cares about games, like, who the hell cares?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with like sports games. I had a few buddies today that were talking about Madden 22, and I was like, they were like, oh, I heard Madden 22 came out, blah blah blah, and I'm like, that shit came out, like, and your dumbasses are still buying that shit day one, like, the fuck is wrong with you people?
Like, that shit comes out like every year.
Yeah, like, goddamn, and can you give it a few months? Like, you got to buy that shit day one for what, $70 now? You're literally being robbed.
2 months it'll be on sale during Black Friday.
Yeah, you're being fucking robbed blind, and you don't care.
Apparently, like, the Ultimate Edition on, like, Xbox, at least that's, like, 260 gigabytes for download.
Oh.
The fuck's on it?
I don't fucking know. I was just like, are you fucking serious?
Man.
What kind of assets you got on that shit that's causing it to be, like, so big? Do they... I swear, man, do they know how to optimize shit?
I don't think Activision knows how to compress his files.
No,
Probably not.
But you're gonna be able to have 2 games downloaded on your PS5.
Yeah, they were saying like, I think for the Xbox Series S, it only comes with like 312 gigabytes or something.
Only.
Oh my god!
And people are like,
That's my
"This
whole
is gonna
Xbox."
take up the entire Series S shit."
Hey, but maybe that'll be a point to like, for Activision to stop being so stupid with the
Just people
size of
bitching at them. Yeah.
Well, like
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna stop them because like we all know, like even though we don't care about Call of Duty, that this shit's gonna be like the #1 selling game this year, anyways.
Well, yeah, but like I even know people that like aren't. They only play a few games at a time, and they still complain about like how big those games are. So if like those people are complaining, like it's an issue. Like,
Right.
learn how to fucking optimize your game. Like you can't be running around with a 200 gigabyte game. That shit ain't gonna fly.
Next on our list, Kojima shared a new deep dive video for Death Stranding Director's Cut, revealing new gameplay features and locations.
Awesome.
It looks
Jurassic-
cool.
Yeah. I'm excited to play that.
Looks dank.
Right.
It looks like way better than the original one.
Right. Jurassic World Evolution 2 got a confirmed November 9th, 2021 release date.
I mean, cool. I
I could
guess.
honestly skip those.
Mobile Marvel game, Jumanji: The Curse Returns got a trailer. And then, since we were talking about Destiny 2 earlier, Bungie was the first company to present at this year's virtual Gamescom, with Destiny 2 Showcase lifting the lid on the game's next major DLC chapter. It's called The Witch Queen, and it's launching next year. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube or check out our summary below.
Yeah, don't worry though. It won't have trophies. Just like their last
Yep.
DLC didn't have trophies. So
And that's all I have for Gamescom, everybody.
yeah, there was actually a good amount of information that was released during this.
Yeah.
I think there's supposed to be more tomorrow and the day after. So
We could cover it next week then.
Yeah.
yeah.
We can only cover what we know, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, no, I'm just talking to the viewers and all that,
Yeah.
or the listeners. I'm sorry, they're not viewing us; they're listening.
Now they're viewing the Rogue Hunters logo right there.
It's Tank, right? Yeah, you know who came up with that logo? The two, not me. I'm not that creative.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It ain't anything special.
Really, it was only Snickle. So
I just made it look fancy in Chrome, but like that wasn't really that hard to do. So like, yeah,
It works.
I just showed Snickle how to use Bevel. So
yeah. I just learned Photoshop. It took me like 10 minutes.
Alright. Well, ready for our next topic, boys?
Yeah.
Or you want to add anything to Gamescom?
No, I think we covered everything.
yeah, that's it.
Alright, next one is a Fallout modder actually got hired by Bethesda. Stephanie Zachar... I'm not even gonna pronounce that last name.
Zachariadis.
This work on Fallout London earned her job at a real Fallout studio. Basically, she created a mod that got really popular, and basically Bethesda hired her.
Yeah, I think honestly, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you probably would feel you'd have more of a voice here, Waves, but I feel like this is always cool to see because like people that do this stuff are obviously talented, but the downside to it is that like they work on their own schedule and they have the freedom to create like what they want to create, where like when she gets hired into Bethesda, like she is going to be like at their will and not her own.
I mean, this is how a lot of people get their jobs. So
Yeah. I mean, it goes to show that she's definitely talented, but I feel like the creativity side is going to be like suppressed now because she's not.
So I think
Oh,
going
okay,
under
so
herself.
she's going to be a story writer because that's what she got. Okay.
Oh,
I think
nice.
bunch of people like for when Battlefront 2 was getting its updates got their jobs. at DICE because of all the skin mods they made for Battlefront 2. So this is a very common thing to do.
Honestly, like, I feel like what would work out better for these people, like for modders and for the companies as a whole, is like, I think hiring them is great if like clearly you have the faith that they'll keep going. But like, I feel like a better way for them to go about it is if they like literally contracted them to do things. Like,
yeah, that's another route that like a lot of them take also.
Yeah, like if someone from DICE was like, hey, we want to add the whatever skin for Darth Maul, like, do it, we'll, you know, this is our budget, do it for us by like whatever this time. And like they would just do it like at their own leisure in like their own house or like whatever.
Right. Well, the one thing I like about this story, and I'm going to watch this video after the podcast, but I'm a big Fallout fan.
Mm-hmm.
And so she created a story between Fallout 1 and 2 and in London. And a lot of games just take place in the U.S. So it's like its own story. So that's what's really freaking cool and about this to me.
What is it modded off of the Fallout 4 engine?
Yes.
Okay.
So Fallout 1 features a massive new. She like created everything, a new map to explore. Like she created like a whole level design and everything for it.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I think the mod's not even out yet. So
no, but they must have seen it. They've seen it somehow. So well, I think Bethesda actually keeps track of a lot of the mods that come out too. So
I mean,
they're not really too stingy about people modding their shit.
Yeah, I think it's awesome because like
yeah.
It just goes to show that like people are definitely talented. So
yeah, it's
you want to bring them on if they are, but yeah,
she's gonna be for writing, so this is really nice. Hopefully, I said before, I would buy a higher end gaming PC or Xbox just to play the next Fallout. So,
well,
it doesn't come to PlayStation.
I know we don't have it on here, but like I think I saw today that like, because this was a discussion that we had like a while back, but like apparently the next Skyrim game is going to be not released exclusively on Xbox. Like I was reading something, I don't know if it was like an official article, but like basically saying that like there's a possibility that it won't be just an Xbox exclusive, but that it would come out first. It would basically be like a timed exclusive,
which is understandable. I don't care about that.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but shit.
Yeah,
they can they can deal with all the bugs right when it comes out. That's fine with me.
Well, we'll still be dealing with the bugs when it comes out. So.
True, they'll be there forever.
Yeah, I got announced at QuakeCon last week.
What that there's gonna be bugs in all the games?
No, that Skyrim is coming out on PS5, and that's when they announced Quake also.
We gotta buy it.
I'm not buying any more Skyrim.
Or not Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls 6.
I don't think they've said anything about 6 yet.
Well, I was reading something about how basically like it would be a timed exclusive. There's a possibility of it being like a timed exclusive for Xbox, but not being like a full blown exclusive.
We'll find out more when it gets closer to that time.
Xbox should just be ballsy and just make everything exclusive. I would love to just see that. That would be crazy.
That shit would be hilarious to see, but like the problem is, which like I feel like is why they wouldn't, is just like the possibility of it blowing up in their face. Because like,
well, like people
like,
would
think
only
about
be
it, like,
angry for like a little bit.
Yeah, but like think about it, right? Like if you make it an Xbox exclusive, that means it's also going to be a PC exclusive. How many people are really going to go out of their way to buy an Xbox to play it? Like, you're just going to buy a PC. If you don't have a PC, you're just going to buy and build a PC. You have more versatility if you do that. Then, like, yes, Xbox is under Microsoft, but then, like, then how much money are you actually losing at the end of the day? You know what I mean? Like, if Sony was to buy...
care.
Like, well, yeah, I know they don't care. Like, Microsoft doesn't care at the end of the day, but, like...
Yeah.
When you have a section of your company that like is bleeding all the time, Like, regardless of how much money this side is making, if this side is bleeding, like, you have to cut your losses at some point. It'd be the same thing with Sony. Like, if Sony was to come out and be like, we're going to buy whatever, Activision, right? Like, they would have to buy it knowing that it was going to help the PlayStation brand, because that's all they would release it on. Like, imagine they bought them and they're like, okay, Activision is going to develop mobile games for us on just our Sony phones. That shit is going to bleed. Like, that shit is not going to be worth the investment that you make. Like, regardless of if you're making money from it on another side, like, you don't want, like, a section, like, to bleed. So, like,
yeah,
I just don't know if people would buy specifically an Xbox. Like, it would literally have to be an Xbox exclusive, not like an Xbox and PC exclusive, like an Xbox exclusive. And we both know, all three of us know, that shit ain't happening. If it's an Xbox exclusive, it's a PC. Like, they don't like, that side doesn't understand that exclusive means, like, for that console, not like Xbox and PC exclusive. Then it's not exclusive anymore. Like, so I don't know. It would definitely be ballsy. I would love to see it with, like, one game, and maybe, like, it's something where, like, they come out and say, like, it's going to be an exclusive, and then, like, 6 months or a year down the line, they're like, hey guys, we're putting it on the PS5 now, like, just to, like, test the waters to see what would happen. Might be a little like scummy, but, like, it would definitely be interesting to see.
I want them to do it just so I can see everyone complain.
Oh, it would be hilarious. People would lose their fucking mind.
Like, I could give two shits about Elder Scrolls and Fallout anymore. So, like, I'll just be laughing. I'll be like,
let's just hope
I'll be like, sucks to suck, shitter.
Yeah. True, man.
Like I said, I don't give a shit. I'll go on my better PC or an Xbox to play it.
It would suck if they did it with, like, Doom or, like, Wolfenstein, but yeah, I'm with you, Waves. I mean, I've never played a Fallout game. I know Brian loves them. I've never, like, personally played one, so I don't know, like, I feel like they would be a good game, but I have no idea. Like, Elder Scrolls, like, I could fucking care less. If I want to play Elder Scrolls, I got, like, 10 versions of Skyrim I can play, so, like, that shit will last me the rest of my life. Like, I don't care. Like, play that shit on the PS3, PS4, VR. It's going to come out on the PS5 at some point. Like, that's 4 versions right there that I got to play. Like,
oh, and it's on Alexa.
It's going to be on my iPhone at some point. It probably already is. I'll probably be able to play that shit on my fucking PS Vita one day. Like, who knows? Like, I mean, I know the Vita's dead, but, like, come on now. Like, it's going to come out someday. I'll play it on whatever I need to play it on. I'll probably be able to buy a water bottle that'll play it one day. Like,
shit, we'll just buy a Tesla and play it inside a Tesla.
Shit. Split screen it and watch some Netflix. Like, fine with me.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I could, like, again, I could care less. I know people, like, praise the fuck out of, like, Elder Scrolls games and, like, Fallout games, but, like, I don't know about you guys. I don't praise a game regardless of how good it is. Like, every game has a flaw. Like, I don't know why people jerk Bethesda off saying they make their games are so good, bro. You got so many damn roaches in your game that they don't even fucking run sometimes. Like, the amount of bugs that are in your game are ridiculous. Now, granted, does it really affect the experience? Like, do you lose game saves? No, but, like, god damn.
No, it's not a Telltale game.
Can y'all fucking test your games before you put it out? They said we made a 100-hour game, but we only played it for 45. Well, where's the other 55 hours? Did you guys test it out?
No, we didn't need to.
Yeah. The first 45 was good, right? We didn't have to worry about the last half. Oh, okay, cool. Do your thing. Fucking roach-ass games. All right. Well,
all right.
Good for Stephanie.
Hell yeah, good for her.
I think that was her name.
Maybe.
Yeah,
sure.
Stephanie.
Yeah, good for her.
Last week we talked about, was it last week or the week before? We talked about Dr.Disrespect.
I think it was
a week before.
Yeah, I think it was a week before.
Yeah, how he's creating his own gaming platform, blah blah blah. Well, we found out this week he is suing his workers exactly. Let me find them because they're funny as hell.
He's suing the fuck out of Twitch.
Thank you. He says he's known why he's been banned for a couple months now. He's not going to say why. He can't talk about it, which makes sense for a lawsuit. Well, Well, it'll become public once everything hits courts. But he is suing the fuck out of Twitch and for damages, which he's right to. According to Twitch tracker, he had more than 23,000 subscribers on Twitch.
Yeah, when I read something briefly about this, it was like today or yesterday. I saw he was mainly suing them for monetary compensation. Basically.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. All I gotta say,
he lost a lot of money.
Yeah,
so
y'all see the picture in the article? That man's arms are fucking popping.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah, that's
God damn!
This is the man that DSP wished he was.
God damn, that man's.
Well, he wants the money.
You see that man's fucking tricep on his left arm? That shit poking, and that shirt is skin tight. That takes.
I'm sorry, that shit what?
That shit poking, bro. That takes some true muscle to do that, because he's wearing that skin tight ass shirt. Sorry.
Nickel was just gushing.
We're gonna have a different conversation after this podcast ends.
I'm sorry, man. I had to give the man his props, because I be working out and like, god damn.
Sometimes you just gotta appreciate a man's biceps, you know?
Yeah, biceps and triceps, man. You gotta just
his quadrilaterals.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
As far as I know, nobody knows why he got banned. He knows, of course. Some people have speculated because he was trying to put up like, hey, well, this platform wants me trying to get more money out of a contract, which, hey, I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I obviously, when this court case goes live, which it's going to, because he has money, so he's gonna take it as far as he wants to.
Yep.
It's definitely gonna be released to the public why he was banned. I can guarantee you it was for a stupid fucking reason, and Twitch is stupid for forever banning him. Like,
oh yeah,
like this is what people have to put into perspective, right? Like Brian said, he had how many subs? 25,000.
Over 23,000.
I mean, so the way it works is, now this is minimum, right? Because people can sub at different tiers on Twitch. Everyone, I mean, I'm assuming people know this. There's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I think tier 1 is 5, tier 2 is 10, tier 3 is 25. I think it's like that. Something like that. Regardless, if you're subbing at the minimum, that's $5 a sub. Let's just do some quick math here. Five times, we'll round it up. 5 times 25 is how much, guys?
125.
There you go. Okay, 125. $125,000.
What am I the only one doing math here?
Well, I figured one of you guys would. $125,000 a month in subs. Now, he is not getting all of that, because typically Twitch takes half for a normal person, but like someone like him, they would probably take less than that.
30%.
Yeah, they would probably take like $2 for every sub, every tier 1 sub. So he's getting every sub, he's getting $3. Still, if he's getting $3 every sub at a minimum for 25,000, that's still 75 grand a month that he's making, and Twitch is getting so Twitch is making 50 grand a month off of him. I mean, for Twitch to just ban him, like, from a monetary standpoint, is stupid. Like, regardless of if he's like promoting a different site, like, if this is how I feel about like everything when it comes to competition, right? If you feel you are the best of the best, it shouldn't matter what other people are saying then. Like, if Twitch is the place to go, right? If Twitch is the site to stream on, it's the site to be, then if someone on their stream says, hey guys, I heard of this thing called Mixer, blah, 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 blah. If Twitch is so worried, like, they would ban them, like, just like they did with him. But like, if you feel like you're the best of the best and you provide the best service and you're the best streaming service out there for gamers, like, regardless of if people say that YouTube is better or whatever, like, you shouldn't, like, you're basically silencing him because you're scared is what it comes down to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
Yeah,
this reminds me of that time. Like, I don't know if y'all knew about this, but like Shuhei got banned on Nintendo's like online platform
because he
put
put
"I
I
love
Heart-
PS." or
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
he got banned twice.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. What kind of sucks is I think he got banned around the same time on Twitch, where like when Ninja moved to Mixer, which basically was like a precedent for like these platforms like signing exclusivity deals, which sucks for Doc, because like he probably could have got a fat payday from Twitch at that point. But I think he's isn't he over on YouTube now?
I think so.
Doc, yeah.
Yeah, he probably got a fat payday from YouTube. I mean, he can't really stream anywhere else because there really isn't anywhere else to stream unless he goes to like the hub or something. But
I would be like curious to see like the hub's version of like a safe for work YouTube. Like,
that'd be kind of funny. Like they'd have to like play a pun on, like they could literally just call it the hub.
just call it UHub.
www.thehub.com. I don't even want
to hub tube.
I don't even want to type that into my browser because I feel like it's going to take me somewhere that I don't want to go.
It's definitely going to take you somewhere you want to go.
Yeah. I'm actually very intrigued to see what happens with this Doc thing though, and I hope that he gets the right sort of compensation, and I just want to see what the reasons are, what Twitch's reason is behind it. It's got to be a good reason. I mean, at least in their eyes, it has to be a good reason, because I feel like he what did it say? It's been a year. It's a 1-year anniversary or something.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even try to fight it. Like it was kind of like it happened and he was just like, okay. But now he's trying to fight it. So like, I don't know. Maybe it is a good reason to why he got banned, because I feel like if it was a shit reason, he would have tried to fight it like immediately. But I think I have more faith in what he's saying compared to what Twitch would say, because Twitch was literally run by that, or the Twitch community was literally run by that deer loving person a few months back. So it's a little,
curious
scary.
I'm just curious to like why did he get banned?
Yeah.
Well,
I could really care less about everything else.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, like that was the biggest thing. Is like he was talking about going maybe when it's because he was under contract with Twitch.
Yeah, because he was a partner.
So if his contract was ending, he was probably playing the field of, well, this person offered me this, and that person, this place, trying to play the field, and they probably got pissed off at him for it.
Yeah, but like again, that's like they can't just ban him. They shouldn't just ban him for that. I mean, that happens.
Right.
That happens all the time in like professional sports world. Like,
right.
If you have a contract for 3 years for a team, like there are people that don't give a fuck about the loyalty. Like, guess what? If I'm playing for the Los Angeles Lakers and the fucking Clippers want to offer me more money for this, basically I'm going to play for the same amount of time they're going to offer me more money. If you only care about money and you don't care about, anything else, of course you're going to take it for more money. And like, you should, because you only have a certain amount of time to like work and stuff, like, and be efficient. Right. So like if he's going to get paid, if YouTube was going to pay him more money to stream on their service, and then Twitch was like, oh, hell no, we're going to ban him for like, I don't think that would be a bannable offense, but like, again, if that's the case behind it, like Twitch is stupid. Then guess what, Twitch, you should have came back with a better offer. Like,
right.
That's just business, baby.
Exactly. That's just business. The wise words of the Waves. But like Wave said, I'm most intrigued to hear like what the reason is. Like the nitty gritty, like whatever. I just want to hear what they say, and then like what the evidence is to back it up on both sides.
Because I mean, like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't really watch any streamers.
I just watch the Waves, or I mean Snickle.
Waves, the only one I watch is Snickle, and that's it. I don't really even watch any other streamers.
I actually watch quite a few. Only, but not a lot. Snickle's the main one I watch. Of course, we mod for him too. And Yeah, and then a couple other people. One guy, he does basically like Fallout mods, so I just like listen. If I got like nothing else to watch or nothing, I'll put him on.
Yeah.
And watch him play. One girl, she does like horror games. What's her face? Is her Twitch. And then one other guy, mod for Lucian the Viking.
Are you talking about Spider Girl?
No, the other girl's, her name's actually What's Her Face on Twitch.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of the same way. I don't really watch too much. I'll put
that's really it.
This is what I do. I don't actually watch people play. I think that's how everyone is. They don't actually like watch people play the game. They just use it as more of a background, like a background noise part of it. Obviously, you know, I'll be putting DSP on sometimes just to hear what his dumbass has to say about stuff, because he's stupid, and
right.
You got to educate yourself sometimes, so you got to watch someone dumb.
Yeah.
So I watch him, and really the only other person that I watch as like background noise, which I don't even watch. I mean, I don't watch him all the time. It's been like more of a recent thing because he's been playing like the pixel shit on GTA is like Summit 1G. But again, just like background noise, because like it's just interesting. And then actually, I started watching this guy the other day called Mr. Moon's House. Just again, background noise as I was mastering courses and doing stupid shit in Shift 2. Like I gotta watch something or listen to something. So I just
put on like random YouTube videos.
Sometimes
I do that as well.
It depends on my mood.
Yeah,
I've always been like more on like YouTube than Twitch ever.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that one, Waves. Actually,
like never on Twitch.
Nichols stream, I'll talk in there and all that. And What's Her Face stream, I'll talk in there once in a while. But everybody else, I'm pretty much just like, and Lucian I'll talk every so often if I ever catch one of his streams. But the Fall Guy, that's just background noise while I'm grinding out something.
Yeah, I don't talk or do anything. I literally just use it as background noise. There is some times where DSP says some dumbass shit, and I just want to be like, bro, what? Like, I do want to say something,
still banned on,
but like, I don't
still banned on his thing.
Wait, you know who I turned on the other night just like because I just wanted to see what his depressed ass was doing? Wings. Yeah, I turned Wings on, and he was talking about something with cars and stuff, and like it just pissed me off. And I was like, he's literally a fucking idiot. Like, he was talking about something. He was talking about some new Mustang or something, and he was like, oh man, someone brought up like, would you want to buy a manual or an automatic or something? And he was like, well, like I would buy the automatic, like blah 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 blah, like, you know, just from a pure speed perspective, like a computer's gonna shift faster than a human and all this. And I was like, yeah, you're not wrong, right? But like, you're also a fucking idiot, because like if anybody's into cars, you don't pick an automatic over a manual, regardless of if the automatic shifts faster. Like, you're a fucking idiot, Wings. Like, your fat ass can't press the clutch pedal all the way in. Like, don't lie to people. Like, and someone said that they were like, you just don't know how to. Well, they didn't say his fat ass, but someone was like, you just don't know how to drive a manual. And he's like, my first car was a whatever 91 Accord 5-speed. I know how to. No, you were also like 300 pounds lighter. Like, your fat ass sausage ass legs can't move like that. So shut up.
Damn.
Like, I got the auto stick in my car, you know?
Yeah.
So I get the best of both worlds. Kind of.
The thing that just pisses me off with Wings, because he just tries to act like he's like this car guru and he knows everything about cars.
He ain't sure.
Man's a fucking idiot. Like, that's what it comes down to. He's a goddamn idiot. He doesn't know anything that he's talking about. Like,
he probably sees a decal at some fucking horsepower to his car.
He goes, I shouldn't say he's an idiot, right? He knows some stuff that he's talking about, but like, he acts like he is like this, like, I know everything about every car, and I'm the blah 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 blah. Bro, you bought like a salvaged fucking V6 Mustang and you try to talk about the V6 is so good and all. No, bro, you got drugged by a fucking minivan probably in that thing. Like, you bought a boat. You bought a boat and then you put a tiny ass little baby ass engine in it to try to get it to move. Like, fuck out of here.
I'm sorry, when it comes to a muscle car, you get the V8.
Thank you. Anybody with a brain would know that.
Like, I don't know anything about cars, so.
Anybody with a brain would know that if you're going to buy a muscle car, it has to have a V8. Now, granted, I know Ford makes good EcoBoost engines and stuff, but like, regardless, if you like, no one buys a Mustang to buy an EcoBoost. You're a fucking idiot. Like, you buy a V8 and you put a goddamn blower on that thing. Like, fuck a EcoBoost. Like, I'm trying to shred some tires, not like my pussy. Like, come on now.
Like, the next car I'm looking at is a fucking Charger Scat Pack.
There you go.
So,
there you go. Like,
you know, yeah, I'm gonna have that fucking Hemi, that 392 Hemi in it. So,
and that's as you should get with a Mopar, as you should get.
Did I ever tell you, since we're on the car one, when I used to work for this art company, this one guy I worked with, he bought him, so he's like, he's looking for a new car. I'm like, well, what about the Charger you got? He's like, well, it's only a 4-cylinder. I'm like, why didn't you get the 8-cylinder? They didn't have them when I bought it. I'm like,
yes, they did.
What?
Yes, they did. Well, we.
I looked at him, like, I was like, you're telling me they didn't have Chargers? No, they weren't making them yet with the I'm like, dude, you're fucking lying to me. I know you are.
It's a fucking lie. Why
did you get the Hemi?
Since we're on about cars, I went with my buddy. He was looking at buying. He bought a new Honda Accord that has like the 2.0 in it, which is basically the same engine that's in my car. If anyone doesn't know, I have a 2019 Honda Civic Type R, and like it's currently in some guy's garage right now because I went to put parts on it last weekend and we broke something. So currently out of commission, but we were basically putting like a whole new exhaust, downpipe and shit on it, and some stuff broke. So, my buddy got the new Accord, which has the same engine that's in my car, but obviously the Accord's heavier. So he bought it, and then he was like, "Oh, I really want to go look at trucks." He wanted to get a Ram, so we went to a Dodge dealership, and we went in, and this kid was talking to us, and the kid was like, "Oh, you know, I got a Challenger and all this," and my friend goes, he said, "What do you got, the V6?" And the kid was like, "Yeah." And I was like, oh, bro, no, don't do that to yourself. Why would you do that to yourself, man? Like, no.
Just spend the extra money.
Dude, it's worth it. It's literally, your car payment's going to go up like $50 a month, maybe 100. Like, just trust me, just get the V8. Apparently he did it because he was a young kid. And he was like, my insurance would have been out the ass if I got it. And I was like, all right, I can kind of understand that to an extent, but like, still, then like, listen, word to the wise, don't get a muscle car that's a V6. Like, if you're gonna get a muscle car, get a V8. And if you're gonna get anything, if you want to get a V6, look at something else. Like, look at literally like the next car that I want to look at. They just released info about it. I don't know if you looked into it, Brian, but Nissan's putting a new Z out.
Oh, I saw that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not coming out for like a while, but like by the time it comes out, I should be done with my car payment. And I was like,
see, my car payment's done.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so my car payment should be done-ish around that time. So I was like, I was already like, that new Z twin turbo V6 starting 400 horsepower. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take that over anything. So
yeah, I saw that. So many possibilities. I'm trying to save up some money, but I got some time to make up my mind.
Yeah, there's definitely time. So I just had to go on. I had to go on the Wings rant, which went to the car stuff because Wings is a fucking idiot. Like, him and DSP are the idiots on the internet. So I feel like you have to watch people like Wings and DSP every once in a while just to make yourself feel better about your life. Like, that's why I do it. Yeah. I mean, it's just hilarious because I go into the Wings stream and someone's like, "When's the last time you got laid?" And it's like, that's just so fucking funny to just literally hear people roast this man. Like, I don't even know if he has a wife anymore. Like, I know it's fucked up, but like, that man says some stupid shit. Like, he's an idiot.
Like, I watch DSP just so I know I'm a better gamer than him.
Oh Jesus, man! I didn't watch him play his Iki Island playthrough because like I don't want any spoilers. But like I watched him play Hades tonight for like 20 minutes, and he was getting his ass beat. And then part of me is like, is it that bad? And then I'm like, no, this I'm watching DSP. Like this man.
No,
this is the equivalent.
Hades is good.
Yeah, let me just put this out there. If you watch DSP play a game, it's the equivalent to if you were to play with your toes. So. If you play with your toes, you're already at a disadvantage, right? So if you actually play the game for real, you'll be fine. Like,
yeah,
DSP is gonna sue us now.
He don't have fucking money for that. Fuck that dude.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, isn't he like too busy evading taxes or something?
Yeah, he's doing
exactly.
that. This is what he's busy doing: evading taxes and begging people to donate to him so he can pay his bills because
$300 a day.
He is, how old is he again? Like 40 something, I think.
Close to the 40s, I think.
Late 30s. This man's 40 years old and still doesn't understand like what his expenses are month to month.
Well, his newest one was he's supposed to get paid by YouTube on the 21st, and the payment was pending. He's like, why are banks closed in a digital era on the weekends? How come those people get a weekend off but nobody else does?
Because that's how the world works at DSP. Like,
it's always like, dude, a lot of office jobs have weekends off.
This dude's a fucking idiot. He gets off on like a Tuesday. He takes off like the weirdest time. Like, what DS? Like what? This, oh my god.
Well, this is coming from a guy that took a day off during a Saturday and was wondering why everybody was at the grocery store.
Because it's the weekend. He doesn't understand life. Like, he truly doesn't understand life. I'm telling you, he is a different creature when it comes down to it. Like,
an enigma.
He really is.
There you go. Perfect.
And like Wave says, he's too busy evading taxes. He doesn't understand how anything works. Like, anybody that has worked a job anytime in your life, you understand that, like, if you get a paycheck for $100, like, if you work enough to get $100 in your paycheck, you're actually only going to get like 60 or 70, depending how much they take out for taxes.
Right.
DSP doesn't understand that. If he makes $300, he makes $300. Like, because when you get paid by YouTube, which I know by experience, it's a direct deposit that is not taxed. You then have to fill out tax forms during tax season. So March or whatever, February, you have to fill these forms out to say that you've collected income and then paid your taxes on those income. You don't just collect the money and move on with your life. Like, that's not how it works.
And if you're smart, you put a certain amount of that money, a percentage of that money away to the side to pay your taxes at the end of the year.
Yes, that is what a smart person does. But DSP is not smart, and he doesn't realize, like, I don't understand how he still doesn't know what his monthly expenses are. Like, you probably know,
that's $9,000, he says. Yeah. He says any human being, every household in America's whole bills is $9,000, and if you say he's lying, then you live in your parents' basement.
Is this man, like, this man is actually stupid. Like, that's what I can't wrap my brain, like, he's actually stupid. Like, any person, if you buy a house, right? If you buy an average priced house, I don't know how we're this far off topic. If you buy,
we're bad at this.
If you buy an average price, let's say you buy a house for $250,000, right?
Yes.
Let's say you put, I don't know, you could put the minimum down, 3% down, right? So you put down, what is that? That's like 25 divided by 3 is like $6,000. You put $6,000 down. You put $6,000 down on a $250,000 house. You're going to have to pay closing costs, which is probably going to be like another $10,000, but you can put that into your mortgage. So you're actually paying like $260,000. Okay, paying $260,000 for a house. You're now mortgaging we'll just say you're mortgaging $250,000 over a 30-year mortgage. You know, depending what your property tax is, your actual
and
mortgage
your credit
payment,
score for your interest rate,
your actual mortgage rate, like your actual mortgage, what you're paying for your house, is probably going to vary depending what your interest rate is, like you said, it's probably going to vary between like $1,000 to like $1,200. just for your mortgage.
A little bit more. Depends on what state too.
Yeah, well, I'm saying just for your mortgage. That doesn't calculate in your property tax value. You then have to calculate your property tax value, your utilities and all that. Now, depending where you live, like that's going to depend on your property tax value. Like me personally, my property tax value when you buy a house here is like nothing. It's like like 2% or something. Like it's literally like nothing. So like if you buy an average price house, you only pay like $2,000 in property tax a year. Like it's literally like dirt. So when you calculate that in, you're paying an extra couple hundred, like $200 every month for your property tax because it's put into your mortgage. Once you pay your mortgage off, you can pay it once a year. You don't have to pay it monthly. But so now you're up to $1,500. Then utilities and stuff, add another, $500 to $700 for utilities and everything, depending what type of internet you're going to get, all that stuff. Regardless, you're around $2,000. $2,000 for an average person to live. Now, again, it's going to vary because of what state you live in, but like regardless what state you live in, you're probably not paying any more than $3,000
a month
to buy a house at a minimum payment at $250,000. The fact that this man is saying that you should be spending $9,000, like what the fuck are you living in? Like, what?
I think he's counting like all his fucking bills all together.
Regardless, like a car payment is $400 on the high. Mine is almost $500, but my car was kind of expensive.
Mine was close to $400.
Like you're probably talking $400 to $500 for like a nice car for a car payment if you don't go overboard. Like a phone bill is probably gonna be like $100 if it's just you. Like okay, like that, you add all that in, car insurance and all that, you're another $1,000, so you're at $4,000 a month. Like. What? And then, I guess you have groceries and everything, but like that, again, is really not that much. But like $9,000, where is this man pulling this number from?
Out of his ass.
Jesus.
Well, this is the Rogue Hunters podcast. You come for the gaming, you stay for the tax and credit talk.
Yeah, good fucking times.
It's my favorite part of this podcast.
Well, I guess we should disclose we're not. What don't you have to disclose? You're not financial advisors or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
No, we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
we
are not.
But we still know more than DSP.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to get at with that man is he's a fucking idiot, and like people donate him money, and like he just doesn't understand life, and like. The first thing I figured out when I got a full-time job and everything was how much money am I going to get every paycheck? What are my expenses that are going to go out? Okay, if I know that my expenses mid-month are $500 between my student loans, whatever else I got to pay, $500 mid-month, $500 end of the month. If I'm getting $2,000 in, that means I'm going to put 500 is not going to be touched. Other 1,500 I can do whatever I want to with. I can go buy a fucking Lamborghini. I can go put it in I can go invest, whatever I want to do. I can do that. He doesn't, that part of his brain does not exist.
Right. I have a list of everything that comes out every month, and I check it off as it gets near end, so I know what is coming up next check.
Yeah, he doesn't understand that side of it, which blows my mind because he's like, again, going on 40 years old. I don't know how he survived this long, but...
His mother or his wife. But he keeps calling his wife his mom.
God,
that's weird.
He needs help.
Yeah.
He needs help.
He's like my mom. I mean my wife. My wife. The one that lives with him. Like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, he needs help.
He needs more than that.
Yeah, he needs help. Okay, well, yeah. Good news about Dr.Disrespect. Look forward to seeing what happens with the lawsuit there.
For 30-minute DSP rant.
I know. Well, it wasn't really about him. Like, we were talking about wings too. I could rant about wings and DSP
cars. Yeah.
like all fucking day. I could talk about cars all day. I could talk about trophies whatever people want me to talk about. I'll talk about that, and then the complete opposite for the whole day. It don't matter to me.
Imagine if we ever did this live, like person to person, all three of us. You imagine how long this podcast would be?
Forever?
Yeah. I think that'd be a night where we actually just have like a bottle of liquor and we just talk.
Well, if that happened with me, we would never stop because I don't know if you think I'm talkative now, but like if I get some booze in me and I'm not tired, like it's not gonna nothing will
like I'm serious.
stop.
I think that'd be like something we'd stream instead of like record live.
The problem that I have with the streaming side is that then you have a live audience also giving their input, which will then just compound the length of topics because
which is fine because we'll never run out of shit. But we'll be drunk and ordering really expensive pizza.
Good times.
Hell yeah, Leisure Suit Larry that night.
Leisure Suit Larry and a $25 Papa John's pizza. The $25 like pepperoni pizza from Papa John's. Like, god damn, what a night to be alive! And I fucked that pizza up.
I'm laughing because Wave's just been right on the time slots. And he's just waiting for us to end this topic.
He put a 1, so I'm trying to go on for another 5 minutes so we can get it to it.
Well, it sounded like we were gonna end it, and then something else popped up. So I'm just waiting.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We'll move on. We got the last topic here. This is a viewer submitted topic. If you guys have any topics that you want us to discuss in upcoming episodes, you can leave them in the comments. You can tweet at us like we were talking about earlier. Anything you want to do to get into join the Discord server, anything you want to do to get in contact with us, you can do that. But this is a user submitted topic by our so favorite JGM. So basically I didn't know about this until he submitted it, but apparently Soulja Boy got into talking with Atari for some reason about something, and now he thinks he's a co-owner of the company. Like, what? So I have an article here. I'll link it, but I swear to God, dude, this man... Oh, wait, what the fuck did I just do? What is happening? Can you guys see what I'm doing?
Yeah, it's
telling me that, like, I've created new whatever. Okay.
Okay.
You made, like, a comment or something?
Excuse me? What is happening?
The fuck?
Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Stay. I need to see this link. There we go.
So, as we all know, I don't know if you don't know, Soulja Boy got a long rap sheet with gaming. This isn't his first rodeo when it comes to things with gaming. A few years ago, my man's tried to make his own console, but the problem was he wasn't really making a console. He was making more of an emulator that was emulating bootlegged games. So, like, that's a good way to go about making a business. And it was so bad to the point where he was selling pre-orders for consoles and then never shipping them out. So we got a good start. But yeah. So apparently he went live proclaiming that Atari was proud of what he did with the Soulja Boy gaming console and that he signed 2 deals with them. And now he believes that he is the CEO. So these are his word. This is word for word what he said. They was real proud of me and what I did with the Soulja Boy game console. You know what I'm saying? I blew Soulja Boy game up. We about to sell the company for, like, what was it? 100? I think I was going to get 140 million. I'm getting 140 million from Soulja Boy game. So Atari reached out and I just signed a deal with Atari. I signed 2 deals with Atari. I'm the owner. Soulja Boy 2021.
What is going on through that man's head?
Oh my God.
I think too much codeine in his past.
It would be absolutely huge.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of questions I have going on here. Question number 1, not really a question. Just because you signed a deal doesn't mean that you're the owner. I mean, I would think that Soulja Boy would understand this, considering that he's made music in the past. Like, just because Sony signs you under their record deal doesn't mean you're the CEO of that record company or record label. Like, that's not how it works.
I just don't know why Atari went to them to like. Why does Atari have its own like Bitcoin?
Right.
I don't know, but like, why? There's no way this man made 140 million, or did he?
He's definitely lying. Unless that many people bought it for the meme.
I don't. Well, the thing was, I think people did buy it for the meme, but he never made them. So it's almost like he got paid for like nothing, because I don't even think he refunded people.
Right.
So the funniest part that I have down here in this article is big jokes. Soulja Boy pretty much does it all though. He writes music, sells soap, game consoles, and was even interested in esports. What, sells soap? What the fuck? Where did that one come from? Apparently he runs the soap shop. Since 2014. He must have invested in this. There's no way this shit looks like a legitimate thing.
I'm sure some of them are winners sometimes.
Well, yeah. Well, when you invest in so many things,
one of them has to be a winner eventually.
Yeah. Well, kind of funny. Have you guys ever watched Shark Tank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever like watch them, like it's actually interesting, like especially if you watch like the earlier ones, when you go back and watch them, if you like research some of the companies to see like what they've done, a lot of them will be like so and so invested and like ended up flopping, or like it actually happens like more often than not. So like I guess same thing with like Soulja Boy.
Biggest one that they didn't take a risk on that I saw was Ring, the doorbell with the camera. And then they end up selling it to Amazon for fucking millions.
There was one that I watched, and the lady was selling like, which I don't know how they're this stupid. The lady was selling an electric turkey baster, and they were roasting her, right? But like she had like this great she must have had like, I couldn't see it on TV. She looked like an idiot, but maybe like in person she had like more charisma. But they were basically like all over it, and they were like, how many have you sold? And she's like, none. And they're like, well, why? And she's like, well, this is still like a prototype, it's still in work, blah 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 blah. And they were like, oh, okay. Like none of them were like roasting her. And then this one guy went in and did a deal with her, and like knowing it was in prototype. And then I like looked it up after the fact, and it was basically like item did not make it past prototype, like or something like that. And I was like, this dumb fuck just invested, and like this lady made a quick bag on him. And like, god damn.
Well, they're just investing too, so she would have to pay her investor back too.
Well, no, not if it's not a loan.
Yeah, that's true too.
If they invest without a loan, like they're just giving them money for a stake in their company. So like,
yeah, that's right.
If they give them like $100,000 for 10% of their company, but then the company flops, like they're just shit out of luck.
That's true.
You own 10% of a company that's dead underwater, like there you go.
Yeah, from what I've seen, a lot of them do a loan too now.
Oh, I've watched them recently, like the newer ones, and they're so fucking complex with what they do. Like it's crazy. Back in the day, like they would literally ball out on anything. Like, oh,
yeah, like here's $200,000 for 10%.
Oh, you're selling chewing gum? Cool, I'm in. Like, there's people who sell drinks, and like literally they're like, oh, I don't have a drink in my portfolio. I need to invest in this. Like, I wish I had a portfolio.
Right.
God damn.
Doesn't one of them actually own like a basketball team?
Yeah, Mark Cuban. He owns the Mavericks, I think.
The Mavericks.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Mavs. Yeah, I don't know what Soulja Boy's going on about. Good laugh for sure, but
I'm just like curious onto like, why did Atari go to him first of all? It's like, well, why does Atari have its own like Bitcoin?
Right.
I almost feel like they didn't actually go to him, and he just made this up in his mind, because I I feel like when he made the Soulja Boy console, like he may not have said it like publicly, but like if you remember it, he was like selling it with like ROMs, and apparently they were like illegal.
Yeah, Nintendo went after him.
Yeah, and like I don't even know how this man is still like standing after that.
I think because nothing got sold, so that's why. Like, nothing made it out of production, so maybe that's why.
Well, I think there were some that did, but like I don't know.
Also, he didn't make 140 off the Soulja Boy console. He says that Atari was apparently going to buy the company for 140 million.
What fucking company though? Like he doesn't have anything. Like so they're gonna buy Soulja Boy Gaming for 140 million, like the company name. Like this man, that name has the worst reputation. Like what? That's like buying DSP's IP. Like you're not gonna get a fucking thing off of that. Like what? And 140 million, Jesus. Well, if Atari actually did do this, all I can say is bless their heart, because that's gotta be the dumbest shit I ever.
Scammed.
It's an Atari NFT.
What's an NFT?
It's this whole other thing that I still don't understand, but people are saying is bad.
Isn't it NFT like isn't that like
it's a non-fungible token, so you own it but you don't actually own it. So like
I was gonna say it's like an online current, or it's like a coin kind of.
No, so it's like the way I've heard it like explained to me is that let's say you go to like wherever the Mona Lisa is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you go there and they tell you, oh, you can buy the Mona Lisa for this much. You give them that much, and for all intents and purposes, you own the Mona Lisa, but you can't touch or do anything to the Mona Lisa. And other people can also buy the Mona Lisa, and all you get is like a fake reproduction of the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, I've more heard like NFTs in regards to like online images, like basically like an artist will like make an online image and then you can buy it with NFTs, and then you own like the only version of that image or something.
Yeah, I don't.
It's fucking weird.
I've tried to understand this in so many ways. I just can't.
Like NFTs and like crypto in general, like I don't understand fully, because like take for instance like the US dollar. The US dollar is supposed to be backed by like gold.
It used to be backed by gold.
Used to be, but like there was basically what I'm trying to get at is there was a value behind the dollar. Like most people say like the dollar is just a piece of paper, it doesn't have value. Like technically true, but like at the same time, like there is a value that like backs it up in a way, or there's something that values it to back it up, and it was gold and silver. I just don't understand it with like crypto, because like I get that there's only like there's a finite amount of it to an extent, but like people still like mine Bitcoin, so it's not like there's always more coming in. So like how does the value keep going up if there's always more coming in? And like what actually values the coin? I mean, obviously the demand values it, but like why is there demand in the first place if I can literally go down to Joe Schmo and get like have him make any coin that I want him to?
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
I don't fucking understand. I don't understand like cryptocurrency other than the demand of like wanting to buy something online securely, I guess, in a way. But like, again, basically you're using it to like buy stuff on the black market, because if you want to buy something securely, then you like use PayPal or something. Like if I want to go buy something from a store, I don't just roll up and say, Hey, I got a Bitcoin, I'll buy it with that. Especially since the price is always fluctuating. Like one day it could be worth like 30 grand, the next day it could be worth like 20. So like I truly don't understand like cryptocurrency as a whole.
Yeah, I don't. I've tried to understand it in so many ways, and I can't.
Well, you want to know what I feel like the true reasoning behind why it's so big is because you have celebrities and mainly like Elon Musk who are like basically hyping it up. And then he'll be like, well, Tesla just bought $3 billion worth of crypto and people are like, or of Bitcoin, and people are like, oh, I need Bitcoin. I need it. And it's like, but like what? Like, what are you going to do? Like, okay, cool. You have a Bitcoin sitting in your wallet. Like, the fuck you going to do with that? Like, you going to eat it?
I know
like, what the fuck you going to do with it?
I know the intention of it is to like, it's basically like the stock market. You get it, then you hope it goes high, and then you sell it at that point. Yeah. It's just like, at that point, like whenever, I just feel like whenever someone's like, oh, you need to buy this thing, like they're just getting everyone to bring the price up, then they sell it, and then everyone else is screwed because then it goes down.
Yeah, but you know what that's called, right?
Something illegal, probably.
Yeah. There's a few names, but like it's basically like a pump and dump. Like that's what they do, and it's completely illegal in the stock market, but you can't, there's no way for people to be able to tell you no when it comes to like cryptocurrencies because it's not regulated.
Yeah.
To that extent. Like that's what like hedge funds do to like kill companies. That's what happened with like GameStop, except in the complete opposite direction because people figured out it was happening. Like it I don't know. To me, like cryptos, and if it's funny if you look into it, there's a lot of like YouTubers and stuff who will like promote cryptocurrencies, and then they do a good old rug pull, and they literally sell all their shit and make bank because they hype it up, and they're like, oh, you got to buy this new cryptocurrency. Like you said, Waves, you have people that are like, you got to buy it, and then people buy it, and the value goes up, and the second the value goes up, they fucking sell every single one they have, make bank, and then guess what? Like literally 90% of it gets dumped, and no one's buying it anymore. And then it's worth dirt. Like I don't understand the actual like value behind like cryptocurrencies. They just confuse me, other than people like hyping them up for what they are. And like if your intention is to buy a cryptocurrency and hope that it goes up in the few years, like then what's the actual demand behind it? Because like then anybody can just buy it and let it sit there. And if everybody does that, then what the fuck is the demand? Because then no one's using it. Like it just doesn't make sense to me fully.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been trying to make sense of all these things for like a long time now, and I'm just like, it doesn't make sense.
No,
I stopped trying.
The only reason that it makes sense is like I feel like if you're doing stuff like illegally, basically black market wise, like you want to go buy someone's liver on the black market, but you obviously can't just like sign in with your PayPal. You buy a Bitcoin for 20 grand, and if they want 20 grand, you give them a Bitcoin, and then they get their Bitcoin, and then they sell it for cash. So it's almost like a transfer of money without actually having to like transfer money and then like pay taxes and stuff on it. That's the only thing I can see, which is like why I'm confused to why it's a thing that's even like allowed, because it's unregulated when it comes to like pump and dumps and everything, because it's completely unregulated in the stock market.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Confuses me, but regardless, I don't understand how Soulja Boy is tied to an NFT, or did they use an NFT to buy? Like what did they?
Atari
bought it with
making
NFT.
An NFT, and apparently they went to Soulja Boy to market that, and he took it as he now owns it.
I mean, that's a perfect example of like I'm telling you, if you guys want to go down a rabbit hole, like anybody listening, like just look up anything that happens with like YouTuber cryptos. Like a big one that happened recently was with there was a crypto that was called Save the Kids.
Oh yeah.
And it basically was like a big, like essentially like a big rug pull, where like someone created the coin and then gave it to all these influencers and then told the influencers to promote it, and they promoted it, and then when it actually like came out and people could buy it, people bought it, and it went up, and then all the people that, or two of the people that owned it literally sold every single one that they owned, and it tanked the price down, and now it's like not worth shit. Like if that's what they're,
Birdman
if that's
made a video on that, right?
Who did?
Birdman.
He might have. There was like the big guy I've been watching recently who's done like big dives into it is this guy called CoffeeZilla. If you want some background noise to listen to, he's a great guy. He does a lot of like investigation for like scummy people online, and he calls out like he basically calls out like all these like they call them like financial gurus online who are like, hey, you want to get rich? Buy my $200 course, and then I'll tell you how to get rich. And then they literally fucking scam you. He just calls like those people out, so it's kind of funny.
All right then.
But
very interesting.
Yeah, I don't understand cryptos. Maybe I'm just stupid, but
I've tried to understand it. I might also be stupid, but I don't.
That makes
I
my
like to
brain
think
hurt.
I'm not a stupid person, but like maybe it's bigger than my brain can comprehend. And why the fuck is
It
Atari
depends
making
on the day.
NFTs? And why is Atari making an NFT? And then I'm essentially they're probably essentially giving it to Soulja Boy to promote. I don't know. Anytime you hear someone talking about a cryptocurrency online,
Run.
yeah, run. Even Elon Musk, run. Look at what happened to Dogecoin. Literally a fucking meme, and the only reason it went up is because Elon Musk would tweet out Doge to the moon, and people were like, "Oh shit!" and then they would buy it, and now it's how much? Let's look up how much Dogecoin is worth now.
Imagine
God.
having that much power, like you just do a shitpost tweet.
Yeah.
And then you just make people millionaires overnight.
Well, that's like the funny thing is like that's a perfect example of like this shit is not worth a damn thing because unless Elon Musk says something, it ain't worth a damn thing. So Dogecoin back in like December of last year, it was like a fifth of a penny. I was actually gonna buy it just for a meme, but it was worth like a fifth of a penny, like a tenth of a penny, like not worth shit. Then it went up. It was sitting around the same thing for a while. I guess last November it was worth like a third of a penny, and then it literally went up to like, I don't know, 8 cents, and then it in May it peaked at 57 cents. So like it really fucking went up. It went up 200, and it was up to 285,000%. Which means like if you put $1,000 in, you would have made 285 times the amount of money you put in. Which basically means you would have made $250,000 if you put in $1,000. just put that into a perspective on a fucking meme that only got that high because Elon Musk said Doge to the moon. Yeah, it's crazy. But I don't understand NFTs. I don't understand cryptocurrencies. I don't understand any of it. I traded Bitcoin for a little while, made a little bit of money, not thousands, like just a little bit, but it's too fucking volatile, like cryptos, to like invest
All
in.
I know is a lot of people in college are obsessed with it, and they're kind of annoying with it.
Yeah, well, maybe it's because they're uneducated. Maybe we're educated and they're uneducated.
Maybe
Trouble
it's the
goes
other way
that.
around.
Yeah, I don't know. I like to think I'm a smart person, but
We should make a Rogue Hunters NFT.
we could make a Rogue Hunters coin. You know,
That'd be kind of dope.
anything's possible. I mean, it would probably be worth, dirt. Dirt might be more valuable than it, but maybe at some point it'll go up. Hey, buy our Rogue Hunters coin. Nah, I would never fucking promote a cryptocurrency. I'd rather jump out my window than promote a cryptocurrency.
I'd rather actually make merch and try to sell it.
I would be down. I mean, we would probably have to come up with some sort of some more designs, but yeah. I mean, it's not at the end of the day you would just do it through like some
Teespring.
Teespring, and it would be like it wouldn't be like an expense or anything because they would make it as it goes, but
One day. Maybe.
Yeah, I would.
We
be
got a
down.
lot of plans for this channel, actually. We've just gotta...
Have
From
to
being...
actually do it.
everybody being so busy and... Yeah.
Yeah, we just got to get into a groove. But, you know, ye old podcast will always be here every week.
Yeah.
The Ye Old Rogue Hunters podcast.
Yeah, the Rogue Hunters, as Wave says.
Rouge Hunters.
Oh, sorry, Rouge. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not French enough for it.
Rogue Company. Yeah.
All right, you boys got anything else you want to add?
I say we wrap it up, as the children say.
Oh, remember, always wrap it up, because you don't want a little tyke running around.
A little snickle running around.
Bro, the day I see that is the day I go out the window. No, I'm just fucking around. Maybe one day it happens, but it's gonna be 100. It's gonna be 1,000% intentional. Never on accident.
Next week, Snickle finds out he's a father.
That will not happen. Trust me.
Catch us next week when Snickle's wife joins us to tell us that she's pregnant.
And he is the father.
That will not be happening. Trust me on that one. That will not be happening.
Can we name the kid Rogue?
What? I'm not.
That's like, can we name the kid Rogue?
Wait, hold on. Side note. Okay. No, I don't want to go too long, but I heard today, since we're on the topic of kids, I heard it was either today or yesterday. Somebody tried to buy a house. Okay. And I don't know if you guys know this, but when people buy houses nowadays, since the market's so fucked, you have to people are writing letters to owners of why they should own this house. Apparently this is a typical thing that people are doing, and they're paying over the asking price. Let me just tell you guys something. If you ever pay over the asking price for something, you're an idiot. Okay. It's at an asking price for a reason. So don't ever pay over asking price for anything. A car, a house, a hooker, whatever it is. Don't pay over the asking price. The asking price is there for a reason. It's been determined for a reason. You do not pay a penny over that. Anyway, back to my story. Someone wrote a letter to buy a house, and in the letter for them to buy a house, they said that they would name their firstborn child after the owner or the seller of the house. And they still didn't get it.
Oh my god.
Why the fuck would you ever make that promise?
Can I add a little bit to your beginning story to that, though?
What beginning? What is my beginning?
Don't cheap out on the hooker, because then you're gonna catch something.
Well, yeah, you don't want to cheap out, right? But if the hooker's like, "Hey, I'm worth $50," you don't say, "Oh, wow, that was such a good time. Let me pay you $60." No, you still pay her $50. That's what she asked for. That's what you pay.
Exactly.
Just like when you go to the restaurant and on the menu it says you're gonna pay $10 for a hamburger, you don't say, "That was a damn good hamburger. I'm gonna pay you $12 for the ham." No, they already determined what the price of the hamburger was. You pay it. If you think the hamburger was good, good. Tip your waitress. Don't pay more for the damn hamburger, because they already determined what the value was of it. Do not pay over the value of what people ask for things.
And you're already overpaying for that hamburger at that point, too.
Yep, just like pizza. Apparently, I learned the other day, the whole process of making a pizza only costs 91 cents. So you're literally getting fucking robbed to buy pizza. But hey, these companies gotta make their money somehow.
I don't got a pizza oven at home, so.
Well, yeah, I know you don't have the equipment, right? But apparently for all of the materials to make a pizza, and then to also run the pizza through the pizza oven and do all that, it only costs 91 cents. And then you buy your pizza, it costs whatever, $15 for a cheese pizza. They're literally making hand over fist. Typically, your food cost should be a fifth of what you'd sell it for. These motherfuckers making god damn, too much.
Yeah.
Well, good topics. You guys have anything else to add?
No.
Sorry, I went off the trail so many times. It should be my name.
Just don't pee into chlorine, because that's how you make mustard gas.
Yep. And
All right,
always,
well, that's a fact.
and always wrap your willy.
Don't be silly.
Exactly.
Don't be silly.
Because then,
wrap your willy.
then you'll have a mini me running around, and you don't want that.
Yeah, a little mini Snickle running around, screaming
Man,
about Assassin's Creed
Snickle.
and cars.
Yeah, imagine it. Sounds like a bad time. Well, I'm gonna go take a mad piss because I didn't piss in the middle of this. So I'll catch y'all next time.
All right.
I'm gonna take a shit.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
A mud monster.